That stinks. I got booted. I got booted. But it's alright. Oh, shnikes. I'm actually like... We live. We live yet? You're waiting on me? I don't know what the hell to do. Apparently this is live. I don't know what the hell's going on. My stream doesn't look like it's working on the thing. There's 4 watching? That's wild. Okay. Dude, that's wild. We're going? Look at this Inception shit going on here. There's like people going back in time. Alright. So I already did the intro in my last attempt to do this live, but yeah, it didn't go or whatever. I don't know what the hell's going on, dude. So is this going or not? I'm very confused about the state of my stream. Okay, alright, it looks like everything's going. Live? What? No, that's not it. Okay, it's going. Cool. I am using Windows 7. What's up, dears? Yeah, I guess we're back. I don't know. I don't know what the hell happened. But yeah, I guess we're back. If you can hear me, I'm here. I don't know. That was weird. I had a weird internet glitch. I'm sorry about that. But I've already... Cloudy with a chance of streaming. That's really funny. Next. Next is one of my new buddies. Next is one of my new buddies. If you don't know Next yet, get acquainted with the dude. He's a nice guy. But all right. I've already done the intro. I'm not doing another intro. I'm so sorry that we had technical difficulties, but let's go ahead and get this show on the road. I don't know who that was earlier. Somebody popped in here earlier, said see you later or whatever. I don't know who that was. I don't know if there's pretzels involved or not. But anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and start banging this. So I've already explained how my tier list works, and I gave a lot of flowers to my dude Spec, and I also taught you how to like delete things off of your webpage if it's bothering you. Those ads were annoying. All right, so let's get back into it. Metal Gear on NES. Now I said it wasn't quite bending over in front of me. I wouldn't say it's quite solid. I'm teetering on actually great. It might be better than you remember, but I'll be honest with you. All the changes that they made, I think Metal Gear on NES could be better. I don't think it's a bad game. I really don't think it's a bad game. I think it actually kind of fucking slaps. But it could be better. I think they just made too much stuff. Wyatt, what's up? We got Wyatt, we got Steel, we got Spec, we got Nex, Clan in the front. What's up, y'all? Fuck yeah. Love you. Thank you for being here. Everyone who can make it, whether you're just stopping in and saying hey, everything you do like helps me. Every time you interact with me, every time you give me a click, every time you watch my shit, every time you leave a comment or get in the chat, it helps me, it boosts me. And so like, honestly, I view your time as a kind of currency. So like, every time you view me, I am deeply appreciative of that. So everyone who is here, thank you so much. How's your coding endeavor going? Oh, Deers, are you Nick? I'll be honest, I use like a lot of AI to help me out because like I don't really understand the code of like the logic of code, but I do understand what I want it to do. I'm more of a designer. I understand that about myself. I'm an artist and a designer. I'm sitting around and doing coding is somebody else's talent, and so like I'm happy when I can get something off the ground. But I'll be honest with you, like I didn't hand make every piece of code myself, and I don't have to. And as a person who prefers to design, I'm happy with that. You know, good work on the thumbnail. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate that, Wyatt. All right, so next up, let's get really into this. Oh wait. Is this? I can't zoom in, can I? Oh, actually, hold on. I can't zoom in. No, this is actually the NES copy. My bad. I went in the wrong... Get out of here. Oh, too small. Actually, that's about perfect. So this is the MSX Metal Gear. I'll be honest with you. It's actually great. But we were talking about the NES Metal Gear, so let's back... I'll get the hang of this. Don't worry about it. Let's backtrack a little bit. Let's put this back at could be better, because this is the Nintendo one. And now... Hey, stop being a butthole. My computer's being a dick right now. It acts like I'm asking it to do like a whole lot of shit. It's really not. I'm doing a tier list, dude. Like, calm the fuck down. Alright, so... Next up... Ads. Yeah, that fucking ad at the top. I'll end up deleting that probably if it gets in my way again. Alright, so that's what I said about the NES Metal Gear, right? Now let's talk about the MSX Metal Gear. Genetically speaking, without the MSX Metal Gear, you wouldn't have the NES Metal Gear. But the pacing is so tight. I would dare say even solid. The pacing is solid. The bosses, while not memorable, they're all right. That hind fight was kind of weak, to be honest with you. Like, some of the bosses have like cheese strategies, and other bosses, well, I don't think there was any really one boss that ever ever gave me like a strategy heart attack. There was like no single fight inside the MSX Metal Gear game that made me go like, oh shit, this is like Fat Man, or this is like fighting Raven, or like nothing got me like amped and into the fights. The character backstories, they're mostly in the manual, so like if you were digging for that, if you're digging for story and stuff like that, like the MSX Metal Gear isn't the deepest Metal Gear game story-wise. It isn't the deepest Metal Gear game gameplay-wise. I would say because some of the bosses are just like super easy to cheese, and there's like really no point in doing them. Like, Machine Gun Kid isn't really like a stopper. Coward Duck isn't really a stopper. Hind D isn't really a stopper. And I'll be honest with you, the original Metal Gear D that we have to take down in this game, you take it down by remembering and then guessing the last few in a sequence of which leg to put the C4 on. And that is a really... I wanted a mech battle. The thing's called Metal Gear. It promised me a mech. So I wanted a mech battle. And I'm putting C4 on the stationary weapon that isn't even active yet. And I guess, you know, narratively speaking, or, you know, like, however they ended up slicing this to make it make sense to them, we didn't get a mech fight. And how old is my computer? It's pretty old, dude. It's pretty old. I got some old hardware here, but it all runs great, so I keep it up. But I appreciate that question, dears. I got some old shit. But I'll be honest, like, I wanted a real mech fight in the original MSX Metal Gear game, and because, like, we didn't get, like, the boss fights that... I know, I'm kind of, like, retroactively... because that's not fair. Like, it's not fair to retroactively, like, compare things to things that came out later, right? But, like, we always get a mech fight in Metal Gear games. Now, I'll give it grace for being a prototype, but the boss fights were pretty soft. So, I'm floating around these three tiers, but I'm thinking the MSX Metal Gear, the original one, is better than you remember. It might actually be great. It might actually be great. But really where it slices for me is the boss fights aren't that deep. Everything else is pretty good. Like, the whole, like, gameplay loop of, like, avoiding the guards, seek and find, and then bouncing intel off of your codec, off of your intel team, like, that had the genes and the roots of a really good Metal Gear game. And honestly, the MSX Metal Gear game really fucking holds up. It could just be a little bit better, but it's better than you remember, I think. All right, now this one here, bro. I'm not even gonna fuck with you. I'm not even gonna fuck with you right now. Metal Gear with a mech suit would be pretty lit, not gonna lie. Actually, fun fact, in next Metal Gear Solid V, the NES version had a super computer for Metal Gear. You're damn right, Steel. That was so disappointing. That's why it goes underneath. It could be better. Metal Gear with a mech suit was an idea. They played with that idea in Metal Gear Solid V. So they ended up scrapping the Metal Gear that you could get for your forward operating base because it was just too overpowered. But what they did instead was give you walker gears, which is kind of like a mech suit in a Metal Gear game. So you get some cake and you can eat it too. All right, let's get real, dude. All right, so I got Metal Gear Solid 2 on my clicker here. Sorry, not Metal Gear Solid 2. I got Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. This game... Oh, bro. Okay. I have played it. And it's not one of these situations like, what the hell did they do? It did not just move my needle. I don't think it could be better. I don't think it's better than you remember. I think it's better than actually great. This game might be better than solid. I would even argue, let me just place it up here for now, so I don't have to hold this. That's what she said. I would argue that this game is quiet bending over in front of me in the helicopter, because if you liked what Metal Gear on MSX did pacing-wise, if you liked what it did pacing-wise, you're going to love this game. It takes every idea from this game, adds on to it, and I would even argue that without this game, we wouldn't have the genetic makeup required to build a Metal Gear game from scratch. If you want to know how every Metal Gear Solid game was made, like down to the genetic code, and I know we're talking about game code, but I'm thinking about this genetically, not mimetically. He used a lot of the same ideas and designs from this game, Hideo Kojima, to make Metal Gear Solid 1. And without those plot beats, we wouldn't have Metal Gear Solid 2. And he still even used ideas from this game in Metal Gear Solid 3. I shit you not. This game was amazing. Like, it's not the deepest game of all time, and even some of the bosses are a little on the weak side, but every story beat, every plot point, every bit of this game is fucking amazing. I love the sprite work. I love the soundtrack. Have we even talked about the goddamn soundtrack? I'm switching soundtracks. I'm switching soundtrack. Alright, we're listening to Hitman right now. We'll just pause this. Oops. Alright, yeah, that's fine. Alright. If you don't know about the intro song in Metal Gear 2, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to evict you. Get out of my house. Like, shit. Dude, this soundtrack is so fucking good. Like, if you don't fuck with this, I don't know you, dude. I don't know you if you don't fuck with this. Like, this sounds like an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie intro hitting you in the theater, but 8-bit. They did this in 8-bit. I'm one of those people, like, I know some people, like, if you're younger, you don't take this the wrong way, but you might be a little bit spoiled by, like, all the, what we call them, like, quality of life upgrades that games have given you. Like, things feel modern, then they feel good, right? And this game didn't feel bad. If you were used to, like, playing an RPG, Snake moves with top-down control movements. Left goes left, up goes up, right goes right, down goes down, south. So, I would even argue that the controls were built on top of this game's controls. Like, everything that you can do, well, honestly, everything that you can do was built on top of the controls in this game. Perfected in this game for 8-bit. And then when we move on to, like, other games in the series, like Metal Gear Solid 1, the way the menus work, it's because of this fucking game that they work that way. And I would even argue it's because of this game that they work this way. But this game perfected it, and not only did it declare we have a DNA structure for game design, it's a badass fucking game. If you don't know about Metal Gear Solid 2, like, dude, right now I'm glazing. If you don't know about this game, when I wrap up here, go play this. If you have to go emulate it, steal it, whatever, because, like, you can't fucking get it anywhere, I don't care. It's a 30-year-old game. But you should fucking do that. You should go play this game. Like, honestly, keep me on, let me talk in your ear, start playing this game right now, today, while I'm talking to you. Look up a strategy guide if you have to. It's a puzzle game. And if you don't like puzzles, then, like, you know, you don't really like Metal Gear, do you? Alright. That's where I'm drawing blood. So we see this ad up here, right? I don't like that. I'm gonna right click that, hit inspect. I'm gonna wait for this pop up. And now look at all this code. We're just gonna go delete node. Oh shit, did I kill it? Oh no, I killed it. I killed it! Alright, here, let's try reloading the page real quick. Alright, it's fine, it's fine. Alright, note to self, I will never do that again. But do you hear this fucking theme song? This is just a soundtrack. This is just a soundtrack, and the soundtrack keeps banging throughout the entire game. Like, every level has its own thing going on. It's really cool. Alright. That's enough glazing for Metal Gear Solid 2. Let me get... MSX was 8-bit, bro. It was 8-bit. In fact, MSX was interesting for a lot of different ways. This is a little bit of a tangent. It was interesting for a lot of different things. But one of the things that made the MSX interesting was it didn't have the same capability. Like, it was on the same processing power as NES, right? But it didn't have the same capabilities. So what made the first Metal Gear what it was, being an 8-bit game, they couldn't handle like all the running and gunning that you would see in arcade games or even on the NES. But Konami was demanding a military action game. And Kojima, being the cheeky little clever guy he was, decided to work within the operational system's limits. The fact that the MSX couldn't draw more sprites on screen than the NES. I know it's getting a little complicated, but the MSX had a ton of limitations, even though it was still technically on spec with an NES in a lot of ways. But because of that, that's how this whole stealth mechanic was born. Like, he couldn't draw a bunch of enemies on screen. He couldn't make an action gunner that would run on MSX, so he made a hide-and-seek game that got progressively harder. I think that shit's brilliant. All right. Let's try that. I do love Cholula, but I'm not trying to advertise Cholula on my fucking YouTube, dude. Like, it's 5 in the afternoon. I'm trying to make a video. Do you mind wait until like maybe 7 when I get a taco? All right, fuck you, Cholula. All right, so this shit right here. Now we're talking about Snake's Revenge on the NES. I'll be honest with you, I never played it. And if I did, I think I played it for maybe like 20 seconds and it was pretty hard. I have watched other people play it, and over time, I have decided I do like the story. Now, with that being said, I have a good buddy who is here, a good friend of mine, who really likes this game, and he will even tell you it's canon. And, like, hear him out, listen to him. I think he might be right. Snake's Revenge is, like, a really cool fucking game. And the more I watch, like, good gameplay of this game, not people struggling with it, the more I kind of come over to the side and being like, hey, this might be alright. And not only might this might be alright, but it looks like a pretty fucking good game. So I have to be honest, because I've only maybe played this for like 20 seconds, I'm going to say it's better than you remember. But I have seen so much gameplay recently that justifies that, because this game slaps, dude. There are so many mechanics, and it does go hard. It is hard. It is NES hard, but it fucking slaps. Smash Bros. Has a great remix of that track. Damn right, Big Box. Welcome into the stream, bro. Still loves this game romantically. That's back. That's also canon. That is canon that he loves this game. Struggling with games. No, that never happens. Oh, man. Congrats on your 24-hour stream last night, Wyatt. I left the thing on the whole time, but, you know, obviously I went to bed in the middle of the night. But it was a great stream, and kudos for you for, like, just grinding through Elden Ring. Like, that's what the gameplay looks like, and you took breaks like a human being should, but you just didn't stop. That was fucking wonderful, dude. So, with that said, I actually like what Snake's Revenge does story-wise. I don't think it's all that bad. And if you start thinking about the canon of the entire series, like, Snake's Revenge makes sense with other games in a lot of ways. And Steel broke this down for me, and if you want to hear more, we have a podcast coming out on our second channel called Retro Runners, shameless plug. But if you want to hear more about his theories and what I have to say about them, go over to Retro Runners, subscribe to us, and then turn on the notification bell, and as soon as that podcast drops, you get first dibs. You get to listen to it. See this ad? We're gonna inspect this ad. We're gonna inspect this ad. Dude, fuck off with the ads. Spec was right. This place sucks. Tier list sucks with the ads, dude. And I think I'm really pushing my machine right now by going live and doing all this at the same time. Woo! I killed it again. Alright. They don't like it when I do that. Woo. I don't know if you can hear the music, but I hear the music, and I love it. This is still music from Metal Gear it's still music from Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. This game fucking bangs, dude. Careless Whisper. I'm glad it was a blast, man. I'm glad it was a blast. Still Kratos popping in with that ha-ha. He thinks something's funny. I don't know if I said something funny, but I guess sometimes. Oh, maybe when I crash the page again. I am kind of funny. I am kind of funny. Alright. Now, boys, ladies, gentlemen, you're associated and accompanying pets, cats, dogs, ravens, and snakes. What do I do with the first Metal Gear Solid game? Alright, now, I'm going to be clear. I have played this game. I've played the fuck out of this game. It's not one of those situations where it's like, oh, hell, what do they do? This definitely moved the needle for me. Are there things that could be better in the original Metal Gear game? Original Metal Gear Solid that all of us Americans got? Could it be better? Actually, yeah. It could be better. That's why they made an integral version. On top of that, this game does have some pacing issues that I will go ahead and label that this game is really... It's actually a lot harder in the beginning of the game than it is at the end of the game. The reason I say that is because, like, the difficulty doesn't really scale with you as far as puzzle solving. The difficulty scales with you in the action sense. So, like, every time you get a new item or weapon, you basically can think about that as, like, a level up for Snake. Every time he defeats a boss, his health bar gets larger. So, these are the makings of action game design parameters. This is how you reward action, not stealth. Is Metal Gear Solid 1 a wonderfully paced stealth game? It's harder in the beginning stealth-wise, but it gets paced better as an action game near the end. Could it be better? That would be a fair criticism. But I think it's even better than we remember. And like a lot of us are still currently playing this, which proves that it's not only actually great. I'm going to say this game is solid. And I know it's technically, like, being a 3D game and having a stronger engine, I know it's technically better than Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. Like, on a technical level. But if it weren't for this game, we wouldn't have this game. You understand me? If it weren't for this, we wouldn't have this. So this is quite a bending over in front of me, no questions asked. This shit is solid because she's standing there. She's standing right there, bro. This shit's solid. Metal Gear Solid 1 is great. And a lot of people would argue that it's the GOAT. And, you know, like, opinions are opinions. But I'll be honest with you, man. Like, if you want to say Metal Gear Solid is your GOAT, the very first one, like, if that's the only game in the series you play and you play it to death, that's valid. Snake Eater Gaming, what's up? What's up, my dude? I know his real name. I almost called him his real name. What's up? What's up, Seg? Welcome in, bro. Oh, all my mods also watch you, Seg. I think they do. I know Steele's popped in. I know, you know, Spec. Wyatt, I think, has popped in on some of your stuff. So yeah, we're all fans of you, Seg, and welcome to the stream, man. I'm really glad to have you. You feel stabbed? Oh no. What do you feel stabbed, Wyatt? Do you think it should be higher? Do you think Metal Gear Solid 1 should be higher? Ho Steel! Seg's a nice guy. If you all don't know about Seg already, like... Hi.